Jake, certified personal trainer and nutritional specialist for over a decade. My unique approach to fitness is tapping into the mind. The mind is one of the most powerful tools of the human body. Once we tap in and connect, anything is possible. In today's episode, I'm going to continue the story to talk about fasting. Last week, or actually a few weeks ago, I talked about fasting and the benefits of it with the study from John Hopkins Hospital. And this time I wanted to dive in a little bit more and find out about fasting and how it can help with your spiritual well being. Some people fast for many different reasons. This is crazy because I'm getting ready to drop my studio set up here, but I'm very much a free spirit and I can roll with the flow here. But yeah, here we go. Uh, as I was saying, fasting, when it comes to our spiritual well being, what does that look like? I was also doing some research and I know I mentioned a few weeks ago about fasting and how certain religions or spiritual communities have brought fasting into their, I want to say, their way of being. And so, fasting in itself, it's up to you how you feel about that. But, have you ever thought about what is the purpose of it for yourself and where your mindset is for yourself? Me personally, I had to take a look at fasting to see the benefits of it and if it would be something for me being in the fitness industry for many, many decades, over a decade and a half actually, that we ate more on a regular basis. So to fast, you take a few moments, I guess it would be a few hours or whatever your setup would be, to not eat that food and then wait. And then what are we doing in the meantime for it? So, purpose, and also what types of fasting. And I'm looking here for the benefits of it and then how to do it. So, I wanted to talk about that. I feel like fasting is more or can be like a cleanse, for the body. Um, we are so driven in today's society to go, 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 go. And to be able to, you know, uh, we're just instilled to just go for, like I said before, and then, eat our food, go again. So go, go, go. What if we just sat still, you know, sit still, and then, meditate, for example. There's so many avenues, that we could do. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Fasting. I wanted to see y'all's thoughts on that. Um, there were some clients that I had in the past where they fasted for 6 hours at a time. They'll eat, drink their water. Speaking of that, water over there, maybe some of it, but drink their water and not eat anymore until a few hours after that. But I feel like I want to say we're talking about fasting. Fasting for me, if I feel like it would be not only a cleanse, but what are all we doing in that time frame in order to help our mental state. We're not eating, going to work, for example, or something, but do we take time, 10 minutes or so for ourselves to reflect, and to process whatever's going on in our day? Because we are go, what I say, go. We going. We are going. And sometimes I feel like we going to, where are we going? Like, what's our purpose, as I mentioned before, when it comes to fasting? And if you don't know your purpose or even care about it, that's fine too. But I feel that I'm going to talk about the fasting, but I feel that actually this entails with the fasting. I feel, as I was going to say, that we all, have a purpose in life, uh, and not just to go to work, to eat, to drink the water, to sleep, uh, and to connect with humans. Those are important. Connect with somebody, drink the water, eat your food. What did I say? Our body, take care of our bodies. I'll have to rewind it, but those are important. But number one is, what are we doing for our own self? Oh, I know, relationships. That's another one. But what are we doing for our own self? Do we have quiet time? I definitely don't. I try. I'm doing it now, and this is what works for me for podcasting, is to have a moment of silence, a moment of calm and clarity, because I'm just go, we're just going. And so I feel like there are benefits to it. So we're going to circle back. Fasting, we talked about time frames. There's set time frames you could do it. Minimum 4 hours, the 6 hours. Some people do it for 11 hours. What are we doing in that process of that fasting, that we're not getting our food in us? Work, connecting with people, drinking our water, taking care of our body, as a temple too. But the important thing I want to say before I end it is, how are we taking time for ourselves to sit still, and just regroup? So to me, if I were to, I am gonna, I feel like I am gonna check that out with fasting. I'd want to take that part of it as a spiritual well-being, and take care of my spiritualness too, as a whole. So that is important. And what are your thoughts on fasting? Also, people can fast, as I mentioned in my other podcast, for not just spiritual reasons, but they have a goal and they want to lose weight, gain muscle, overall just feel better. So that is some of the reasons why people may fast as well. But yeah, it's such a wide range of reasons, and interesting to me about fasting and what that entails. So I just wanted to do a quick little video on that topic of fasting and what that looks like for you. The takeaways I feel are, if we're fasting, what is our purpose of it? Do you want to have a purpose of it? Do you need a purpose of it? If you don't need a purpose of it and we're just fasting just to do it, I mean, that I guess can work for you too, because who am I to say, how you're living your life and your structure that you want. But I'm hoping that most viewers and listeners that are on my podcast also want to feel the connection with oneself, because this is health and wellness, and it's not just about a lift of the weight. It's or eating and changing our habits. It's about mindfulness. The mind is one of the most powerful tools of the human body, and once we tap in and connect to that mind, anything is possible. That's what I say often on my podcast. And so the takeaways for me would be, what is my connection with oneself if I am going to take this process of fasting for the nutrients? What is my connection with oneself? And then once I'm connecting with myself and feeling more whole, then I'm able to process things to go in the outside world with other people and connect with them, feel more grounded, more centered. So, yeah, the takeaways is taking care of oneself, and then you are able to help someone else. And that leads me to what my father used to say, which is, I am learning to live a more balanced lifestyle, because I want to see how I can help bring good into the world. So, thank you for joining me in this week's episode about fasting. And you can check all my social media platforms on Body by Mali, Mali. And for more information on how to stay fit and healthy. And like I said, I'm learning to live a more balanced lifestyle. And as my father used to say, rest in peace, Father, to help bring good into the world. See you next time.